So as you may have known by the title of this video, my LEDs have came in the mail. I've went and gotten another fuse that I don't know if I'm gonna use or not, considering the fact that all of the inputs from that fuse box, battery power relocation thing box that I made in my last couple videos, they're all fuse connections, so I don't know if I should fuse another fuse connection. I think I'm gonna just leave this the way that it is. But I got LEDs. I already took them out the box. Now this is an Underglow kit from eBay. I'll put a link in the description. It works perfectly fine, even though it's from eBay. It comes with 2 short ones, 2 long ones, Bluetooth controller, and that's pretty much it. So it comes in that box. I already took it out. That's it right there. They give you a ton of wire because it's an Underglow kit, so you're supposed to do Underglow. But in the process of me messing with it, I accidentally cut it, this one. So I'm just in the process of like re-soldering these 4 wires back to the original harness before I go install these. But yeah, so even though this is a Underglow kit, I will not be using it as an Underglow kit. I will use it for engine bay lights. So I figured that getting an Underglow kit was the best way to do it, because that makes sure that the LEDs are waterproof, dustproof, kind of built to handle all of that stuff that may get into the engine bay. And on top of that, it comes with all this extra wire, so I can really route it wherever. The only thing that I had to do was make a small harness that basically extended the little wires that they gave me that's supposed to go straight to the battery, but I got other plans than that. So what I'm going to do is just patch this connection. This is the side on this end, and this is the side on the main harness. We'll just patch that up, and then we'll go ahead and get ready to put these in the car. I got it all patched up. This should work. I soldered every connection back together individually, so it should work. I'm gonna go ahead and test that real quick. Also make sure to take the remote. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this stuff installed, routed. I'm just using the battery on my Honda to power it. So this is the wiring harness that I made. We got ground, which is going to go to a terminal in the car. Power, which is going to go to the switch, because they give you these real small wires, so I have to get off of there. It goes through this. That's the controller. That's the antenna. And it goes into the lights. So it looks like that connection that I patched on this one is working fine now, which is perfect. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do like a little demonstration. This is the remote. So you got, and if you point it towards the antenna, the buttons are kind of weird. Yeah. Green. Okay, so you have to point it directly at the antenna. But that's blue. You got red, green, white, orange, yellow, teal, purple. We got the jumping colors. Fade. That's the purple. So it's looking decent. We can go ahead and install these since I got them back working. It's 3M tape on the back. Nothing crazy. I'll go ahead and take this off of here. Shut her off. So I can save me some gas. Alright. But yeah. and then I'm gonna show you guys how I'm routing it too. I went ahead and pulled them through this little grommet. This is basically a grommet where all the lights are gonna be. So I got the 2 long ones up there and the 2 short ones I'm routing now. Like I said, it's just 3M tape on the back of these. You just peel the red off and stick it to whatever surface. Hopefully it's a flat enough surface. Make sure you wipe it down a little bit. This is where I'm mounting the first one. Keep in mind that originally this idea came to me so that I can, you know, if my car decides to break in the dark and I need to pop the hood and, you know, come under here, I'll be able to see. So that's why I got this originally. So every place that I put it is going to be to kind of like get the most lighting around the engine. So I'm going to have one up here, the smaller one. I'm going to try to put the other small one right here. And then the 2 large ones I'll have go along the frame rails right there to kind of light up the bottom. And that should be enough to get it all going. So like I said, I got this one mounted. It's on there, it's stuck. I'm going to go ahead and do this one onto the radiator support, and then we'll go ahead and mount these 2 right before we tie in all the other stuff the way that I wanted it to. I got this one up here. I got the both of the long ones on the frame rails, and then I got this other one right here. The zip ties are still holding in all the wiring underneath this, so kind of had no choice but to leave them there. Kind of cleaned up the wiring all along this to kind of make it a little bit better, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, this was I don't know how hard this would have been if the motor was in the car, but I did want to specifically do this with the motor out just for ease. But I am definitely happy with how I can go about routing these and everything like that. So as far as wiring, outside of connecting that to the switch, which I'm going to do in a minute, all I have to do is get extensions for these 2 lines, which go to the halo and the strip on this headlight. I get extensions for those, so I got to buy them. And then I just got to connect these. One goes to constant ground, and the other one goes to the 12-volt signal for the low beams to cut the demonized off. I gotta do that for both headlights. But once I take care of that stuff, I'm done. At least with this engine bay wiring. So let's go around here, since everything on that side is good now. To the inside, I can clean this up a little bit more too. Let's see. So this is the controller. You actually have to point the remote at this antenna. So I'm gonna leave all this stuff mounted on the inside of the car. Go ahead and pull this back so that I can have access to everything. Alright, so as you can see, it's a clusterfuck of wires, but it is definitely organized. These are all the wires for this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and, because one of them is, yeah, I think it's that one. That one should be good. Everything else should be good too. So these are all the wires for those. And I'm gonna just make sure that I pulled the right wire in. Yep, I did. Okay. Whew. Close, real close. So since these are all those wires, I can go ahead and like zip tie these together. Yeah, because this is gonna stay in here. And the last piece of this puzzle is gonna be this over here. That just so graciously left on the ground. But yeah, with this kit, you will have to do this. I don't see a way that you wouldn't, but they give you these real tiny wires, if you can see right there, to work with. It's almost impossible to power those up. So I went ahead and soldered, you know, these connections onto the end of it, of course, because I have the switch and everything, but you will need to extend them. You can solder it like I did because I just wanted it to be 100% working, or you can, you know, crimp it however you want. They are very small wires, but And then I did the black for ground, red for power. On the other end of this is literally just a plug that goes right in there. And that's how you get it on. You just stick that in there, turn it on, give it power and ground. So let's go ahead and clean this up and call it a day. So I went ahead and cleaned up pretty much the whole wiring pandemic that was going on down here. Alright, so long story short, this is all the halos, strips, everything related to the headlights is all that. And this is all engine bay lights. I got the antenna right here, plugs in, and it goes all the way. It's kind of long wire, but goes out there, connects to the switch. This switch will be in here just like the other one is. I just got to put the other side that goes to the power distribution box. This ground, I'm thinking about putting it here, because I feel like this is a ground, like I could use this as a ground. So I already put one thing here. If this doesn't work, I'll just extend it down to here, but feel like that's a good ground, so this is where I'll put it. If it doesn't work off the back, then I know it's not a good ground, and we'll just route it down to there. But yeah, that's pretty much what the plan is. So and of course, I know you guys probably want to see what it looks like at night. I did do a test run with it not fully mounted, but just taped in the spots that I thought I would want it. And I'll just go ahead and roll that clip after this. But that's gonna be it for this install video. Yeah, just like, comment, subscribe, follow the build. Make sure you stay tuned with everything else that's coming up in the future as well. Holy shit! Jesus Christ, that shit's bright as hell. Woke up to niggas out there like me. Oh, this gonna be dope right here. I fucks with that heavy.